Welcome back to the home team. The London St. George's Rugby Club is just finishing up their 61st season here in the Forest City, and they saw great results from many of their programs.
So anybody who wants to come out, we're open doors for anybody, all walks of life. That's a great thing about rugby.
London St. George's Rugby Club has more than a dozen programs for all ages, starting at U7 for both boys and girls. This season, the ladies program led the way with success at the senior level, as well as many junior teams.
This year we played in the Niagara Rugby Union, and we were successful in winning the championship this year, so that was really exciting for us and for our club. And next year we've been invited to play into the All-Ontario Women's League, so we will be accepting that challenge and going up next year, so that's really cool for us.
As far as our girls program, we got great numbers, and our girls just finished fourth in Ontario last weekend in Markham to wrap up their junior season. The under 17 girls were right there, right to the end of the season, ended up losing in the regional finals. So didn't get to go to Ontario Cup Day, and our 19 girls were a fledgling group with a small number of girls this year. We made every game. We didn't forfeit any games, and that was to the benefit of having our 17 girls come up and what's called play up.
43, 22, red, 11.
With the men's senior team coming to an end to their season, they didn't get the regular season results they were looking for, but there is a new playoff format this year.
We lost a few key players that have moved away for work, but we've got a good young core, so in a couple years we're going to be back up there competing with the top teams again.
We had some challenges, but we stuck together in the face of adversity, and we've been growing together a lot of as a club. We've got some new young guys coming up, so the future's bright.
The playoffs will start, and there's a new format this year, so we'll play a round robin, play a couple home games, one game on the road, and hopefully we'll be able to win the Fall Cup this year. That's the goal.
When it comes to playing rugby, there are often preconceived ideas about the violence of the sport, but measures are taken to ensure player safety.
So we've got some parents that are a little apprehensive because it is a contact sport, particularly with girls. And the reason I say that is there's no other sports that girls play currently that are contact. So their first exposure to contact is coming in and playing rugby. If they've never played before, if they didn't come up through our minor program, parents are a little bit apprehensive about that. We do what's called an intro to tackle in our minor program. So we have a clinic down here. We had Rugby Ontario come down here and do a clinic and show us everything that they're looking for in safe tackling, proper form, how to keep yourself and your opponent safe. And one of the things that we emphasize with our parents that may be a little bit apprehensive is the fact that we've got top-notch coaches. We've got people that have played this game for 30 years that are coaching in our minor program.
There's a misconception in a lot of sports that it's too dangerous, but I really do believe that you can get that in any sport you choose to play, any hobby really. There's always a risk. The nice thing about rugby is that there's a lot of structure in rugby versus other sports programs. There's a form to the sport. There's a way to tackle properly, to be tackled properly, and the younger you start, the sooner you get to learn those techniques. So there's proper coaching out there to be able to make sure people are safe on and off the field at all times.
For those still apprehensive about contact, London St. George's provides options.
We have a Flag Forever program on Fridays, and it's from 11 to 15-year-olds, boys and girls, co-ed, and it's flag only. And that's a program that we just started 2 years ago, and it's growing and growing and growing. And I really feel that in the future, we'll see more people playing Flag Forever. If you're an adult and never played the game, we have a thing on Thursday nights we call Old Boys Touch. It's not just old boys; it's just what we call it, and it's just touch rugby. There's no rule. Well, there's a few rules, but there's no referees. We don't keep score. It's just casual. Come out for a good run for an hour or so, or as long as the sun stays out, and we head inside and share stories afterwards.
There's a learning curve for new players when it comes to the rules of rugby, and the best way to learn is to try it out.
The advice I have for new rugby players is to stick with it. It's a pretty complicated game. I didn't really know how to play it for the first probably 2 years I played, but once you really get into it and you get into the community, it really is one of the best sports around.
If you think you'd like it, you will. Like it's a sport for everyone. Even on the senior women's program, we've had new women join our team year after year who've never played a sport in their life, and they just all of a sudden one day decide they want to play rugby. So we have beginners join all the time at all age levels, and then all the way up to experienced national level players within our club. So it really is. It's a great team environment, and we are eager to teach new people anytime.
Come out, just give it a try. You'll love it. Everyone's very welcoming. Doesn't really matter what club you're at. People are going to welcome you with open arms, and there's nothing like it. So I highly recommend to anyone to come and give it a shot.
If anybody's interested, they can either reach us through our club website, or we're still going out here for a few more weeks Thursday nights, and if you have any questions or anything, hit up our website. You can contact us, and somebody in the executive will get back to you. We're always looking for new members.
Reporting for the home team, I'm Noah Smith.
Coming up on the home team.
Because when you feel that ring, if you feel that canvas and how hard it is and how hard those ropes are when you finally get to run them, it's not fun. It's not as fake as people think it is.